नमस्कार। बिजनेस फाइनेंस के लेक्चर में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट वित्तीय प्रबंध के उद्देश्य के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे। There are many objectives of financial management. Sometimes people say that which objective is superior, which objective should be the objective of the firm. To answer these questions, we are going to discuss first of all what is objective. सबसे पहले हम ये चर्चा करेंगे कि ऑब्जेक्टिव है क्या। बट इस लेक्चर को समझने के लिए कुछ की क्वेश्चंस हैं। सबसे पहले व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ऑब्जेक्टिव, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, थर्ड व्हाट शुड बी द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ एफएम और which one is superior objective of FM. Now first of all we try to understand what is objective. The objective provides a framework for optimum financial decision making. It means if we decide the objective, we can take optimum decision for the benefit of the firm. Second point, it implies operationally useful criteria by which to judge a specific set of mutually interrelated business decisions. Third, it provides a feasible normative framework. Normative framework means what should be done. It is concerned with designing a method of operating the internal investment. So in the last point, it is highlighted that what is relevant we should not focus, what should be feasible, what should be implementable, what should be operational in real life, we should focus those objectives. There are four objectives of FM. First, profit maximization of the firm. Second, wealth maximization of the shareholder. Third, economic value added maximization. Fourth, focus on preservation of wealth of stakeholders. Dear students, in MCOM syllabus, we have to focus on only first two, that is profit maximization and wealth maximization. So in this video lecture, we try to focus on first two only. Now let us discuss in detail about the profit maximization concept. According to this approach, actions that increase profits or EPS means earning per share. So according to this approach, actions that increase profits or EPS should be undertaken. Now the question arises, what is profitability? Profitability refers to a situation where output exceeds input or revenue exceeds cost. Profit is a test of economic efficiency. Let us discuss limitations of profit maximization concept. First, profit is a vague concept. Vague means unclear. So we can say that profit is unclear concept. For example, profit may be short term or long term, total profit or rate of profit, profit before tax or profit after tax. There are many types of profits. So which profit to be maximized? It is not clear. So therefore we can say that profit is a vague concept. Second point, profit does not consider the time value of money. In short form, we can say that TVM. It means whatever profit received today and whatever profit received at the end of the year are regarded as same in case of profit maximization. But that should not be done in case of finance. We should focus on the present value. We will discuss later on. Third point, it ignores the quality aspect of benefits associated with financial course of action. The term quality here refers to the degree of certainty with which benefits can be expected. It ignores risk, that is uncertain return. Now come to the next part, wealth maximization. It is also called net present worth maximization or value maximization. The value of a stream of cash flow with the value maximization criteria is calculated by discounting its elements back to the present at a capitalization rate, discount rate, we can also say that reflects both time and risk. The term worth is used in terms of worth to the owners, that is ordinary shareholders. Now the question arises, what is net present worth? The formula to calculate net present worth is A1 upon 1 plus R. So A1 is cash flow, which is coming at the end of the year. R is the rate of capitalization rate, which is also called discount rate. So A1, A2 are different cash flows. C here refers to cost involved in the investment project or any capital budgeting decision. So why we have divided 1 plus R to the first term? Because we try to find the present value. Suppose that 1000 divided by 1 plus 10%, that will come 909.0. So 909.0. If we divide, so what is the meaning of the present value? Suppose, I mean in detail I am going to discuss. Suppose anyone paying rupees 1000 today and anyone paying rupees 1000 at the end of the year. Are they same? No. Both are different. Rupees 1000 received today is rupees 1000, but rupees 1000 received at the end of the year is not 1000, which is equal to 1000 divided by 1 plus R. It is the discount rate or any appropriate rate. So after dividing with 1000 divided by 1.1, that is equal to 909. It means the money receiving at the end of the year, that is 1000 rupees, has only 909 approximately value at present. So therefore we can say that the same money 1000 received at the end of the year has lower value right now. So therefore in case of present value, in case of finding present value, we try to discount rate the cash flow which is coming at the end. If any cash flow is coming at the beginning, it is already present. So in every term, as the year passes, we are dividing again and again by 1 plus R. So if net present value is positive, then we can say that the worth of the shareholder, net present worth of the shareholder, is increasing. So in this objective, the firm try to focus on increasing the net present worth of the owners. Now nomenclature here used are A1, A2 are streams of cash flow. R is discount rate to measure the risk and time. A large capitalization rate is the result of higher risk and longer time period. So capitalization rate is R here. So if R is higher, suppose if R is 20%. Now if we compare 20% with 5%, if R is 20%, it means higher risk, higher more time required to cover the desired benefit. In case of lower capitalization rate, lower risk and shorter time period required to get the desired benefit. C is initial outlay. Outlay is also called cost. Now the question arises, wealth maximization or profit maximization, which one is superior? On the basis of the following points, we can decide at the end of the lecture which one is superior. Wealth maximization is based on cash flow generated by the decision rather than accounting profit. It is a precise concept and definite concept. It incorporates time value of money. It considers both quantity and quality dimension of the benefit. Capitalization rate reflect both aspects. Come to the part which one is superior. As we discussed in the video lecture, profit is unclear concept, but wealth maximization is clear concept. Is try to maximize net present worth. So it's clear. Second, if we talk about profit maximization ignores time value of money. Whatever money received today and whatever money received tomorrow are treated as equal, but in real life it is not true. So wealth maximization considers time value of money. Another point to be highlighted here, profit maximization concept does not consider risk aspect, but wealth maximization considers risk aspect by dividing the rate of capitalization to the stream of cash flow. Now, wealth maximization of shareholder is superior to profit maximization of the owner of the firm. So we conclude wealth maximization is superior to profit maximization. Wealth maximization concept is extension of profit maximization. Profit maximization and wealth maximization is same thing when time period is very short. Thank you all.